What up, what up? What up, what up? What up, what up? You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and share this. You know how I do it right at the beginning. Let me know if there's any problems, if it's not showing up right, if it's laggy, if the mic's not working, because I often miss things like that. But, we're going to talk about Giants Fan Fest yesterday. Of course, this isn't working right. Why would it? Why would it work right? You know what I mean? Why would it ever want to work right? How's everyone doing out there? How's everyone doing out there? Everyone good? Everyone have a good Sunday night? A good Sunday? Oh, and I totally missed Natalie, gamer girlfriend, had asked what keyboard I have. I forgot what it's called. Razer. It's a Razer keyboard, I think. Diosa, what's up? Uh-oh. Wait, what happened with Armstead? I haven't been paying attention. Let's see. I don't see any new. Releasing Eric Armstead? What? Wait, why? What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Eric Arm. Is it just the money, you think? I mean, he didn't have the greatest second half of the season, but that's still wild. It's one of those things too where it's losing a person that's so important to the culture of a team. Damn, that's crazy. That's super crazy. This thing always acts stupid when I'm trying to just share my live stream, and it's just I'm trying to get my energy up, everyone. All right, trying to get my energy up. Dang, I didn't. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Just a video typing, ASMR typing. Oh, there he wanted to restructure it. That's crazy, man. That's a bummer. He's such if people aren't familiar, he does so much charity work, community work as well. He's really a culture builder for the Niners. So releasing him is that's a big move, and it's a sad move for the fans, especially. Man, it kind of feels like end of an era, He was one of the bridges between those rocky times into the good times. Man, I'm gonna miss Eric Armstead. Dang. You hear the A's are holding a fan fest in Vegas? Yeah, I saw that yesterday, I think, right? It was pathetic. It was terrible. There's a bunch of people there just yay, go A's. They don't even have any concern. I saw some lady get interviewed, and she's just excited, and it's just no concern, care for the people that are hurt about it, because if I got a team moved over, right, stole someone's team basically, I don't know, there'd be part of me that was had some empathy, something, I don't know, man. But these fans seemed like they didn't know anything going on. I don't think they understood at all what was happening. And they were just there to have a good time. I noticed that. I'll talk about this with the Fan Fest stuff too. Giants Fan Fest. It's always funny. Like I noticed this at Giants Fan Fest more than anything else. But like, there's always a lot of people there that I don't even know if they even really care about baseball or know baseball or anything. It's always just families. Like they have no Giants gear, and they're just like they'll have a kid in a stroller, and they'll just be going around trying to get the free stuff. And like, I think it's just a thing to do. It's like, oh, they're doing a thing at the ballpark. Let's go down and check it out. And it's just always funny to me because you can like point those people out like immediately. There was a lot of that last night. But that's what happens when you have a city that always has events and things going on. People are always looking for things to do, and we have a great ballpark, so of course, people are gonna come check it out. But it's just still kind of funny when you notice it. uh, Such a good dude. His family are great people out here in Sac. Yeah, man. That's a bummer. That's a huge bummer. Eric Armstead is awesome all around. Awesome guy. During last season they put out a video when I forgot what it was. Help me out. What was it when he was it the Walter Payton Man of the Year nomination, something like that? But they put out a great video about everyone talking about him and like his teammates talking about him, and it was really cool to see. So yeah, that's a big blow to the culture of the San Francisco 49ers for sure. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Oh man. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention at all today, so I had no idea. Anyone else? Did we lose anyone else? What else is going on? Uh, um, the lady got interviewed and said, "I'm glad there's more to do than just go to the strip." Yeah, those people have no idea. They don't know the history. They don't care. It's like that's why they'd be better served to get an expansion team. So, Vegas, if they get an expansion team, cool. I wouldn't care. Wouldn't bother me. I really don't want the league to expand, to be honest. But if it does, Vegas is a shoo-in. It wouldn't be my top choice. I think if I was to, I think I've talked about this before, like expand, if I was to expand two more teams to the MLB, I'd probably go New Orleans and Portland. I think they'd both be really fun baseball towns. Nashville would be up there too. Nashville would be fun. Vegas is just, I don't know, I'm not into how much gambling has been normalized since the laws changed. I'm not a fan of it. I don't think it's a good thing for the game. I don't think it's a good thing for society. And I wasn't against, legalizing a lot of it. It just shouldn't be so normalized and just like, all the sports shows talk about over and under and the odds and stuff. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good for kids to watch. If it was legal and it was just the gamblers were doing their thing where they do their thing, cool. But I don't think it should just be normalized. Like we're all just gambling on sports. That's kind of how they talk about it. Like all the sports shows talk about gambling. Like, hey, who'd you put money on? Like nobody, man. I'm not stupid. I'm gonna keep my money. What bobbleheads do I have for the Giants? Not that many. I've never been a bobblehead guy. I talked about this a while back with Gabe. I've never really been a bobblehead guy. I actually have more Warriors bobbleheads than anything, but they're in storage. Is this a bobblehead? I was going to do... Yeah, it is. I got a Marco Scutero bobblehead right here. Shout out the person who gave me this. I've never actually opened it. Let's see what it looks like. I was going to do show and tell later, but... Oh, this is actually dope. Oh, hold on. I'll just do show and tell now. I'm going to skip. I'll get to FanFest after this. Oh, this is sick. Look at that. Scooteroing in the rain. You know what's cool about this? I was there. I was there for this. Game 7, NLCS 2012. Yeah. And my seats were so high up that I wasn't really even getting rained on. I was right under the overhang, way at the top. But that's cool. All right, I gotta find a spot on the shelf for this. All right, and I'll just. We're able to talk to Logan Webb. No, he was not there. Is there another reverse boycott? Sorta, yeah. So for opening day for the A's, did Gabe already say it? No. For A's fans will go opening day. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gabe. A's fans will go opening day, tailgate, party in the parking lot, and then not go in the game. I think that's the general gist of it. I'm gonna try to go. I don't know if I can yet, but I would like to go. Um, Wait, talk to Logan Webb virtually? Oh, you mean the hologram things? No, there was a long line for that, and I didn't know what it was till later. I was like, what are they doing over there? Um, sports betting, sports literally wouldn't exist if people didn't lose money on the aggregate. Absolutely. That's why, like, I'm cool. I already care about sports enough as it is to also put my money on the line. Crazy. I was never a bobblehead girl either. And I started dating Gabe. Yeah, Gabe is his collections are infectious. Dylan, you're going to be at the boycott game on the 28th. Not sure yet. I would like to go to all of the cool events though. You have a full set of 2012 bobbleheads. That's awesome. Go Browns. Wow, this is a momentous occasion, guys. Not a lot of Browns fans around. I don't know if I've ever met a Browns fan in person. Maybe I have, but they they weren't very upfront about it. You know what I mean? No, I actually like the Browns. The game this past season sucked, but I've historically liked the Browns, and I would like to see them succeed. It would be cool if I mean, they're building something now, and they've had little moments the last like 10 years where you thought, are they gonna get over the hump? Are they gonna? And they get close. What's up, Cyrus? They have giveaways you can see for the upcoming season. I think there was a schedule, but I didn't grab one. Frank Robinson, bobblehead in my room. That's super cool, dude. That's a good one. That's a good one. And the fact that you even know who Frank Robinson is, that's cool. Connor Gillespie wildcard game, dude. That was a fun one. I wasn't there for that. I, that was an awesome game. Going to tailgate for that game, or is the 68 doing tailgate? Yeah, Gabe, answer questions. You got people that need answers. Is there a giveaway from the Giants you want to get? I really want the Camilo bobblehead. I mean, I like any giveaways. I know this it's probably the cheapest ones, but I love rally towels. So any rally towel game I want. I don't know why. I haven't really looked at the schedule this year, so I'm not sure. I remember one time we got like a cool like Giants scarf or like bandana type thing. I really like that. I'm going to tailgate for that game. The a lot of times though with the giveaways, the clothing, I'm not really into because usually it's very cheap and like, a lot of times the hat is just not a hat I'm really gonna wear. So I'd much prefer a bobblehead. I do have. Dang, I wish I had it. Speaking of the Marco Scutero, I do have like 3 of the Marco Scutero snow globe things or rain globes where they had the rain and he's doing the Scuteroing thing. I don't have any Lucille bobbleheads, unfortunately. Lucille gave me a funny little moment yesterday, though. That'll be in the episode. I love Lucille. I want to do a video. Speaking of, I want to do a video on like the history of mascots and like especially in San Francisco because it's got a really interesting history. But there's already a really good video about it that I don't know if the Giants did it or someone else did it, but it'll still be fun to talk about. Mickey Mouse ears against the Dodgers. Yeah, I saw that. That's funny. So yeah, FanFest yesterday. Cool event, way more low key than most years. I don't like how they did it this year. So typically they do one Fan Fest event at Oracle Park. This year they did a 4-stop tour, last one being Oracle Park. So they did stops in, what was it? Sacramento, Stockton? I don't remember. I don't think it was Stockton. I don't remember where this, San Jose, I think. I don't know. But they did a 4-stop tour, which is really cool. The tour idea is cool. Like, especially, unfortunately, if the A's do move, like the Giants should do more outreach to other communities a little further away. That's a smart move. But like, the problem with that this year, so hopefully they plan it better, is because of that, it pushed back the Oracle Park, the big Fan Fest. It pushed it back to March 9th. It's usually about a month earlier. Because of that, spring training has started. The boys are playing, right? They're in Arizona. They're playing in the Cactus League, right? So because of that, there was no current players. Luckily, there were some really fun alumni there. Hunter Pence was there, Sergio Romo, Dave Dravecki. Who else was there? Rich Aurelia. Yeah, there were some good alumni, but you know, it didn't have the same like hype as having the players there. And it's one of those things where the Giants roster the last few years has been so like, there's so much controversy about it. Who are we gonna sign? Like a lot of young guys that are fan favorites, but they're not really performing, or they overperform. It's a lot of changes and movement. You know, it's our first year without Brandon Crawford. We lost Brandon Belt a couple years ago. Buster retired, so it's like, you know, it's not the same. So during the 2010s, like when we, you know, won 3 World Series championships, and we had some good playoff runs even outside of that, and a couple really horrific years too. There was a lot of excitement at FanFest. There was a lot of hype. It was wild. The lines were stupid, right? So the Giants just don't have that allure right now, because, you know, the fan favorites aren't really there. We would have had some excitement, you know, with Chapman. Yaz is always popular, right? But like, other than Yaz, Logan Webb, and like, you know, Chapman, there's not a whole lot of excitement. And Panda, if he was there. But I don't know, it just feels different, so they're gonna have to build that back up. So I'm hoping next year they don't do the tours. Like, they should do tours, but make it a separate thing so that you don't push back the real Fan Fest, or do the real Fan Fest first and then do the tours with some alumni or something. I don't know. But either way, what I liked is, I don't like crowds. I don't like lines. As much as I go to sporting events, I can't stand crowds. I can't stand being smothered by people. And so I actually kind of like that it was a little low key. I actually did things that I don't normally do. So usually I go to FanFest and I don't do anything. I don't wait in any lines. I get on the field. You know, I walk to spots on the field of some of my favorite moments that have happened. I go get a hot dog. I find a cool seat, and I just kind of enjoy the atmosphere. But this year, you know, the lines weren't nearly as long and they were moving fast. So I got to do more than I normally do. And I got to do things I didn't expect to do. So I got to go in the press box for the first time. I'd never been in there. It was the print press. So not like Kruk and Kipe's section on the top level, but below it, where it's like newspaper writers and stuff. I got to sit in Ron Wotus's seat. It had like his name on the seat. That was super cool. And for the first time, I got to go in the clubhouse, and that was a thrill. And you guys will see it on the video. I know that probably a lot of people have been in the clubhouse. I've never been in the clubhouse. So I was like a little kid, super excited. And it was awesome. And I didn't expect to. We literally walked by and there's almost no line. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. And I had my hot dog with a cool little spot, you know. Got to see Hunter Pence, Sergio Romo. You know what I mean? All right, let me Same location they hand out sell shirts. That's like the southern parking lot, if you guys aren't aware. Closest to like the BART track. Yeah, 1 minute with John Fisher, what would you telling him? Oh man. Just ask him like, how are you so unaware? How are you so unaware that like how you're so privileged and you just have no empathy for anyone? And I think that's a lot of rich people. They're so used to being rich that they're able to justify any privilege they have in their own head by saying, well, that's just how it is, or I worked hard, or my family worked hard, and maybe you should work hard. And they don't realize that a lot of it is luck, a lot of it is timing, a lot of it is connections, and nobody becomes a billionaire. How would I say this? There's no human on earth that creates $1 billion of value on their own. That money's being soaked up like a sponge from somewhere, right? But anyways, I won't get in this rant. I would tell him, how do you have no empathy for people that aren't filthy rich? Why do you think that your investment is more important than 55 years of a community? Yeah. I mean, he wouldn't care, have a wall up. Lucy had a cool Indiana Jones bobblehead. That's cool. I love Indy. Would you ever rock a San Francisco Seals jersey of Joe D? Absolutely. I want to get one of the Ebbets Field Seals jerseys. I just never, I've never just wanted to have that or spend that extra cash because they're pricey. But one day I will get one. I do have a bunch of Ebbets Field hats. I have two different Seals hats. I have a Sea Lions hat as well. But no, that would be, yeah. I want my favorite Seals jersey to wear, not that they've always worn, but my favorite one that they sell to wear is just the gray. It's like the gray wool with just a dark blue seals and script. Very just easy to wear. That's the one I'd want, so that, I'd wear that all the time. Joe Panic, I did not see Joe Panic there, if that's what you're asking. Napa, Sacramento, and San Jose. Okay. Didn't care for the new dugout store? Dude, I loved it. I loved it. You didn't like it? The artwork? I actually kind of, you kids distracted me. I was going to talk about it in the video, and I don't think I did. And I say that as a joke. I don't care that you guys were there. That was cool. It was really awesome to meet your friends and your dad as well, and I appreciate you. But I loved the dugout store. I loved it. They redid the dugout store, if you don't know. I think the old counters were better because there was more. I think there was more open. I could be wrong though, but I like the rounded counters. But otherwise, the painting, the big Willie Mays, the retired numbers, dude, I thought it was awesome. I loved it. What didn't you like about it? Jock Peterson had a Indiana Jones bobblehead. Really? I never saw that one. That's funny. Took the tour. It was awesome. I got to go into the booth, the visiting radio booth, and the visiting Giants dugout. Yeah, I didn't. I've been in the visitors dugout before. I didn't this time. I didn't get to go in the radio booth. That's awesome. I just saw too. I saw someone post pictures that they were in the manager's office. I didn't even see that. Nah, so for next year I gotta find the manager's office. California Adventure was so crowded. People were drunk by 11 a.m. It's a food and wine festival. Yeah, you got to avoid that. I didn't see Rennell. I don't know. Leighton, do you say your name Leighton? Please let me know if I'm saying that correctly. I love Rennell. When I was a little kid, she was on the radio on 106 KMEL. And I listened to her every morning on the way to school. So her as the address announcer, I've always really enjoyed. Her voice brings back this nostalgia for me. I've never met Rennell, That is definitely, she's high on the list of people I would like to like meet and take a picture with or get in a video. But no, I did not see her. I don't know if she was there. Wilmer did not swing. Absolutely correct. But unfortunately, the problems that series were bigger than that. Sort of like the first pitch strike at the ankles to Chris Bryant. I think he was the batter before, right? And then same thing with Buster. It was like first pitch strike at the ankles. That game was fixed. All right, I'm going on the record. There's Preston Castle OG. What's up, Jay? I appreciate you saying that because I love Preston Castle and I love that I did a video that people seem to enjoy there. But I don't want to say that because it was a real prison where there's real OGs there that spent, did time in that prison. I did not do time in that prison. But yeah, I want to go back, man. I want to go back so bad. I went, me and my cousin went and checked it out. Probably like the beginning of fall last year, like 6-7 months ago, I think. And it was just cool being outside again. And I think I might have said this already, but I'll just say it since it's brought up. There's another portion of an abandoned prison next to Preston. And they're still both, I think, owned by the active prison that's way in the back. But there's a whole section. It's like a mid-century, mid-20th century, I believe, construction prison that's still there, abandoned next to Preston. I went because I was going to try to film it, but it's super hardcore. Razor wire, cameras, there's like signs all over that say like it's like a federal offense, trespass. So I was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it, but I wanted to. I went with the intention. New screens and player displays. I miss the old layout. Okay, I understand the layout. It'll take a while to get used to the layout, but the design of it, of the new Giants dugout store, is awesome. What's up, Jamie? I got it. All right, cool. Sent a pic. Gabe loves distracting me. Oh, you got to meet Renell? Where'd you meet Renell? Gabe is too excited when typing you, Dylan. He's your biggest fan. I'm his biggest fan. All right, what did he say? Complete collection. Every A's bobblehead given out. All right, this picture, the Jock Peterson Indiana Jones one. Gabe, is this an original photo? Did you take this photo or did you just Google this photo? Because otherwise, I'm not. If you took the photo, I'm going to show it. If you didn't, I'm not going to show it because you just Googled it. And that's not. Who cares, No? What does no mean? I will upload them anyways to see see what we got here. I know the photo of the bobbleheads is yours. I know that. Let's I'll show you guys Gabe's collection. Dude, if it's not an original photo of the Jock Peterson one, I'm not showing. What's up, Josie? Are you getting Giants season tickets? Bro, they had signs on some of the seats. Like, this could be your seat with the prices. Bro, there's no way. And plus, like, I can't go to that many games. So, like, it would be like, it would be a full-time job trying to sell those tickets that I didn't go to. No, Google, but I have mine. Okay, yeah. See, I'll post this one, dude. I'm not posting the one you Googled, dude. I can Google that. I need originality, Gabe. All right. Gabe's sending me pictures to show you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys some cool stuff. He is more of a bobblehead guy than me, so I will show you. And then I have one more thing to show you guys that I got. I think you might be able to see a little hint of it. Yeah. Okay, I was in CIA as a kid and I lived by the castle, so you good, homie. All right, Jay. Yeah, that youth joint only shut down like 2011. Yeah, bro, I went and looked. I went all around it. There's no openings. There's cameras. There's razor wire. The fences are in good shape. You know what I mean? Like, there was no way. I was like, yeah. So were you in CYA at Preston? Or is the neighboring prison still called Preston? Or not? I don't know. I feel like it has a different name, the one north of it. Sweet lady signed my bobblehead. Renell did? That's super cool. Love your Istanbul video. Prague should be next. Dude, I want to go to Prague so bad. I'll talk about Istanbul in a little bit too. I got some funny stories from Istanbul. What do you think the NL West standings will look like by October? Giants will probably enter October with about 122 wins. Dodgers will be scraping 18, 19 wins at that point. Diamondbacks will be at about 92 wins. Rockies about 60. I have a picture of Lucille bobblehead. I want to see it. It's legit little baby prison. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. I wanted to get in, but was not able to. All right, what else did we have? Let me show these bobbleheads. All right, these are exclusive from Gabe. Right, Gabe? Are these yours or are these Natalie's? Because that's a lot of Giants figures, my friend. I like the Jock Peterson one in the front. I just don't like that it's sponsored by Cruise. Yeah, and there's the Indiana Jones one, so it's like a big boulder baseball. The Yaz one is cool because it's a cool pose. Is he missing the bat? Oh no, I see the bat's in his right arm behind E40. The E40 one's fun too. I wish they were able to make. I can't tell. I wish they were able to make the gold more gold and less yellow. But otherwise, pretty cool. And who are the fellas behind? I can't tell who the other guys are. You have an Astros bobblehead? After all that, dude. After all that. Look, and you gave it a corner office, too. Ah, Gabe. Ah, Gabe. Ah, man. On Instagram? All right, let me look. Let's everyone just enjoy Gabe's Astros bobblehead. Okay? While I get this other photo. All right. Oh, that one's sick. He's got the baseball as like the weight, the counterweight. Dude, that's sick. All right, hold on. All right, let me upload this one. All right. You guys see the Astros bobblehead, right? With the corner office. Well, he got a pension too? Huh? Gabe loves the Astros. He won't admit it. Oh, the baseball moves. I did see that. Gabe Kapler and Logan Webb. The Logan Webb looks just like Logan Webb. You know what? I really like Gabe Kapler, and I think I mentioned that I thought it was a bad decision to get rid of him, but the more stories come out, I get it. I've kind of changed my tune. And to make you feel better, I moved the Dodgers Hello Kitty bobblehead out of the frame. Oh, thank you. All right. Sorry. Can you share how you got to tour abandoned Arco? Does it have to stay anonymous? No, I definitely can. I've talked about it before. I'm gonna do it on a different live stream, just because I have a bunch of other stories to tell. But yeah, one of these live streams, actually, Natalie wanted me to do story time because I told some stories about some behind the scenes stories. I think of Byron. So yeah, one of these live streams, I'll dedicate a huge chunk of it to talking about Arco and how that went down. Enough times passed that I think I can be more open about it, but for a while I couldn't really talk about it. Yeah. All right, what else we got? This is the one he Googled, so this one, don't even look at that one. All right, and then this is his collection in his room. I showed this on a live stream before, actually, when I did a live stream at his place. I didn't really did I don't know if I showed it up close, but crazy collection. Shout out Gabe. Kapler, a weirdo guy. He wants to be an underwear model more than a baseball manager. I don't mind that he wanted to be pretty. You know, he wanted to be cute. I get it. You know, everyone's whole life is in baseball, but a lot of stories are coming out. So I get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, spray tan for the playoffs. I like Bob Melvin too. I like that he has ties to the Giants. So that's why in the Candlestick episode, I made sure to put a clip of Bob Melvin on the Giants. So that's why I did that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh, let me did I upload the other one? This is from Leighton. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. All right. Can you guys did it come up? Yeah. So there's the Lucille Indiana Jones one. That one's super cool. He's going to replace the statue with the ball. I like that. I love Indiana Jones, so anything Indiana Jones is cool to me. Did they do an Indiana Jones night or what? I remember the Jock Peterson one. I don't remember this one. Vain and weird, yeah. Well, the Dawn, y'all got a good one. Hope so, man. You know, everyone seems to have nothing but high praise for Bob Melvin. My only thing is like what happened in San Diego with all that talent, and it probably not all on the manager, but it's like they wasted so much talent. You know, did he have a part in that? I don't know. I don't think anything Indiana Jones as well. It was a Indiana Jones night. That's cool. I missed that one. I've been there for a couple of the other nights, but not that one. That one's cool. Thanks for sending that. I like that. What else happened at FanFest? Shout out to everybody that said what's up. There was a good amount of people, which is cool. Like, I definitely I really appreciate it, man. I really do. Like, I try to be, I don't know, I try to be cool. Like, that sounds stupid, but I try to be cool with people, and there's been some people that almost thought they were bothering me or something. It's like, no, never. Like, never. If my channel gets millions of subscribers, it's not bothering me. Like, it means the world to me. It really does. Let me show what me and Cyrus were talking about earlier. Some of the new Giants dugout stuff. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Look how cool that is. But yeah, the way I see it is like, if someone is willing to take the time out of their day to watch one of my silly videos, you know what I mean? Then I can take a moment to talk with them, and it's cool to like just get to know people and see all different walks of life, get to enjoy my videos, and that's like crazy to me. That's crazy. And so yeah, it's just it means the world to me. I'm telling you guys, like, anytime I've gone to an event and anyone even said like, "Hey man, I love your videos," I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. It just makes me so happy. And it's not because I want fame or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's just, I really believe in what I'm doing. So for other people to connect with it in some way is just awesome. And, this is the thing, man. Like, I put out the Istanbul video last week. It's barely got any views. But it was something I really wanted to cover. It wasn't the reason for the trip, but it was like, it's an ancient wonder. Like, it's one of the most famous buildings on earth. Like, I think maybe Americans don't really know as much about it, but if you ever played Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego or some trivia games, like, it's always in there. The one thing I wanted to see the most was closed, unfortunately. I'll talk about Istanbul later. My point is, that video barely gets any views, right? Like, I know I can do videos that are just like grabbing attention or trying to be shocking or do pranks or other like low effort stuff that gets a ton of views. But I would rather make a video on some ancient wonder and get 100 views and have 100 people actually appreciate what I'm trying to do, which is like a grab bag. And that's why the show was called Something or Other Tour. There's something or other. And that's why it's called Variety now. There's variety, right? So, yes, I love the sports stuff. I love the 49ers videos. I love all that. But life has so much to offer. And I started this channel because a friend of mine was killed. I started this channel because my best friend was going off the deep end. Right? Like, so I started this to try to show people there's so much cool stuff out there. And it's so much better to keep learning and growing and expanding what you know, what you're exposed to, what you experience. So if I do a video and it gets 100 views, like I have 20,000 subscribers and that video got like 100 something views, right? Like, I would honestly rather have 100 subscribers that were in tune with every video than have 20,000 and most of them don't watch. Like, I really would. So my point is, none of this is for fame. None of this is for any of that. Yes, sometimes I do videos that are popular. They are attention grabbing. But a lot of popular things are popular for a reason, because they're cool, right? So I never choose to do something because I'm like, oh, because it's popular and I don't care about it. No, I have to care about it. I have to believe in it. Otherwise, years ago, I could have been doing pranks or walking around Walmart asking people like rude questions or whatever low effort, really terrible content people are doing and getting millions and millions of, subscribers, views, money, right? So my point is, look, if we have 50 people subscribe to this channel, that means the world to me. So if you ever see me at any event, it means the world to me when you say something, right? Sorry, and I'm way behind on the chat. What are you guys saying? Question: decisions in the playoffs. Wait for Bob to get to the bullpen. He gets the most out of his guys. They love him. They do love him. Sam gave one of my collection to show you because I felt left out. All right, I'll show it in a moment. June 21st, 2023. I was not at that game. What's up, Vince? Everybody got to give people their flowers while they're here. Life's too short. Absolutely, man. There's a lot of amazing people out here. Don't be scared to tell people how you feel about them. Goes for anybody. Absolutely. Let's go Ballers. Akepa. Thank you. Is that how you say it? Akepa? I want to get everyone's name right. Happy with the Oscars tonight. I did not watch. I just saw the video of what's his name? John Cena. Was it John Cena? People were posting that everywhere. Cillian Murphy won for Oppenheimer. Dude, Robert Downey Jr. was incredible in Oppenheimer too. Videos are great. We got way too much sleeper history all throughout Cali to not pass it on. Yeah, man, there's so much to learn from. At the end of the day, here's you tweeting your memories, you're capturing, you're just inviting us for the ride, watching your adventures through your eyes. Keep it going. We appreciate it. Absolutely. Keep doing exactly the same. I've been watching like 5 years now. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Do you have the Giants sign Trevor Bauer? It might be a distraction. I wouldn't care personally because I think, the I don't want to get too deep into it, but the girls' text messages, it was kind of a hit job. So me personally, I like the idea of rehabilitation and like people growing and getting a second chance. Unless what they did is like absolutely horrific. Like if you hurt kids or something, then no. But like, he had a weird misunderstanding with a girl that seemed to be setting him up. So I wouldn't really care with that one. And at the end of the day, I really support women and like, I know women are abused at a crazy level. I know it's something that as men we don't really have to even consider. So I do consider it. But I don't really believe, like when they say believe all women. No, I listen to all women. Listen for sure. But she seemed to be, you know what I mean? So I listened. And what she was selling, it didn't seem to add up. So I'm for rehabilitation for him. Which sucked. He was on the Dodgers. I wanted to not like him. You know what I mean? Frisco Greenhouse is a classic. Thank you, man. I love that. I love that video. I love that history, that kind of stuff that's hidden. You know what I mean? Wait, how do you say that? Is it Trap 3D? Is it supposed to be Trapped? I'm not sure. Bay Area Throwbacks. What up? Just happy to see Arnold Schwarzenegger give Godzilla -1 the award. Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that. Let me see. What did the Hello Kitty Dodgers one is just God. Gabe, I don't need to even see that. You know? Here, I'm uploading one more. This is Natalie's collection, right? Let's see. Yeah, I need to get more bobbleheads. I definitely gotta get more bobbleheads. Alright. Let's see what we got. Is that Angel Pagan on the left? Dude, the Buster one is sick. I like these. Who's that in the middle? Between Elmo and Lucille, Italian Lucille. The splash hit one too, Lucille in the kayak. I like that. If that's Angel Pagan, that's my favorite. That's the winner of the night. I was gonna show, actually. Weird coincidence. I was gonna show hold on, let me see if I can find this. Oh, I got some stuff to show you guys. Hold on. Let me set this up. I got some stuff to show you guys. Oh, that's Jock in the middle. They slimmed him up. Makes you feel better. Mine has the Hello Kitty Giants one. Yeah, that one's much better. Much better. All right, let me show you guys some stuff. First, this has nothing to do with anything. Actually, here, I found the other one. Hold on. I'll show this first. Dang it. Why is it? So, this was at a Taco Bell. This is in 2012. There's me and Angel. You know? Just hanging out with Angel. You know? So, this was funny. This was when he stole a base in the World Series. So, it was like everyone got a free Doritos Locos taco. And someone texted me, they're like, hey, Angel Pagan's going to be at Taco Bell in Redwood City. I was like, why? You know, why? And then, so I went to check it out. And I get there, and the line is just stupid. The line is like around the parking lot, around the building, down the block. Crazy, right? So I'm just walking up, and I'm walking around. I'm just like, man, I'm not waiting in this line. Like I told you guys earlier, I don't wait in lines. I'm like, I'm cool. You know, I love Angel Pagan, but I'm cool. But I saw a buddy of mine that was like near the front of the line. And so he was like, just stay with me. You're with me. I was like, cool. So I kind of feel bad because we were like the last people they let in. So this is what's crazy. It was taking so long. He was there and literally got through maybe 5% of the line. Maybe 5% of the line. Like, there was a whole parking lot, a whole block of people that never even got to get near the building. But I did. And he autographed a World Series hat that I still have somewhere. I think it's in storage. But yeah, it was cool. That was Angel Pagan's one of my favorite players. Grouch and Eli of YouTube Underground Sleeper were nice with it. Right on. Makes you feel better. Oh yeah, I saw that. Great guy. Pagan was a great player. Yeah, man. If he didn't have injuries, it definitely hampered his career with us. But he contributed so much. And he body slammed someone in left field, so he can't forget that. Yeah, and then I wanted to just show it off just because it makes me happy. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Did I close it? I closed it. Hold on. Hold on. There it is. Me and the boy himself, Jet. His first baseball game, we took the train. It was Giants Dodgers. It's crazy that he's in college now, you know? But yeah, his first Giants game. Time flies, man, and it sucks. I hate that time flies. I wish I could have just, he could just stay a kid forever, my little buddy. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Honestly, the game wasn't that fun because the Dodgers won, and then it was super hot in the sun. We were sitting right in the sun, and I don't even remember what time of year this was, but I thought it was gonna be cold, so I had like a hoodie on, and it was miserable. This is it when we got to the game. I just realized I had two hoodies, so we were with someone. I think they took my black hoodie. Yeah, this is his first Giants game. He's not a huge sports fan. He's never been a huge sports guy, but every once in a while I'll be like, hey, you want to go with me? Experience this. So he's kind of like me. Even if it's something he's not really into, he'll be down to experience it. Even at a young age, he's very curious, and so we had a good time. That's my little buddy, and now he's a full-grown buddy. But he will always be the boy himself. He will always be the boy. So yeah, it's my guy, man. That's my guy. What else is going on? Okay, FanFest. I keep getting distracted. They were weird about like sitting on the field this year too. Like, oh, you can't sit on the field. You can't. I don't know. They were maybe because it's closer to the season. Also, like I said, it's a month later than normal, so maybe they're more worried about the grass, which is another downside. Because before, people would be like picnicking on the grass. It's fun. I was sitting on the grass for a little bit. Nobody said anything to me. But then I saw them saying things to other people. No sitting on the grass. Like, nah. Still getting used to the bullpens. Being in center field, I don't really like it, to be honest. I know it's safer for the players, so I accept it, but I don't like it. I like the old school, foul territory bullpens. Yeah, but in other fan fests, they didn't care about sitting on the grass. That's the thing, and it's probably, like I said, it's probably because it's so much closer to the season, that they're worried about it now. Because usually in like early February or whatever, they weren't really tripping. Good thing is though, originally the forecast showed some rain, but as it got closer to the event, there was no rain, so they didn't have tarps on the field. Like, I've been to two fan fests where it was raining, and it really dampers the whole experience, because they put like huge tarps on the field, and it's just not as fun. And also probably also because it's closer to the season, the whole infield was blocked off. You couldn't go into the infield at all, which is another bummer, because usually there's a line of people to take a picture like on the pitcher's mound or something like that. But this year, and they also didn't have because the players weren't there, probably they didn't have the whole stage set up at home plate. They just did the interviews on the dugout. So I think a lot of that stuff is because of the later fan fest and being so close to the season. So that's another reason I hope they do it more traditional, next time. Sup, Ezekiel? You do juicy berry. Yeah, but FanFest was great. I do want the Giants to embrace more of the grassroots organic stuff. Our ownership group or whoever's responsible, the staff and all that for the Giants, we do a really good job. But it's still the business and it's still like corporatized, right? So it'd be cool if they would see what the Oakland fans did with Fans Fest to allow artists and lesser known, smaller businesses and things like that to be able to contribute and be part of it. I think that would strengthen the fan base so much, because right now the Giants fan base culture is just not that strong. It was strong, during the World Series years, of course. A lot of artists and music and all kinds of stuff, but the Oakland fans showed that you can sustain that if you implement that. Because Oakland fans are doing it without the team. They're doing it without the corporate backing. So imagine if the Giants learned from that and were like, well, we got the corporate side, but what if we also have this grassroots organic side to the fan base that we help cultivate? So I think that would be a smart move for them to, at FanFest, it's just like, they got, what they have, like, big companies, had booths and, like, some police departments, stuff like that. But, like, why don't you have some booths for artists, right? Do a whole row of tents somewhere, and booths for, smaller businesses, smaller artists, and creative things like that. I think that would be very, very smart. And connect with, I guess, like artists, like, they do sometimes, like with Pilo and stuff. The Snack Sensei guy, I met him at a game last season. He's been, invited to some stuff. They got DJ Umami. So they got a little bit of it, but there's so much, I think, so much more potential. If you had, give some of these people booths and stuff like that, Local breweries, absolutely. Like, get more of that involved, I think the Giants would be smart to do that. Take the onus upon themselves. Don't just, like, wait until you piss off the fan base enough to do it. This is the fan base during the even year era. So much passionate yet likable fans. So proud to be a fan during that time. Yeah, man, it was definitely the golden age. Like, it'll never be that good again for fans. Like, I doubt it. I hope it is. But I think we're going to be on our deathbeds talking about, man, that was a time, right? So they really need to implement more stuff like that. What's up, Jenny? I think they can. Oops, just hit the desk. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. We just got to learn from the Oakland fans. And I said this before, like, I know, people like Gabe will have their own way of dealing with whatever happens. If the A's do end up leaving, I don't think Giants fans or the organization should really do anything. Because it's kind of just, it's tacky. You know what I mean? Like, I would never be like, come on, Gabe, be a Giants fan or something like that. No, like, people got to decide how they're going to take it themselves, because it is a traumatic thing. Like, we're talking about losing a baseball team, but it's more than that. You're losing a whole, like, a pillar of your community in this. And I think everyone's going to kind of, if it happens, I still think there's a good chance the team stays. But if it happens, A's fans need time to grieve. They need time to process things on their own. If I was an A's fan, or if my team left, I probably wouldn't watch the sport for a long time. If the Giants left, I'd probably be done with baseball. I might, I go to some Oakland Ballers games maybe, or some alternate leagues, maybe the World Baseball Classic. But when it comes to Major League Baseball, like, I wouldn't be into it. So I expect that from a lot of A's fans. So I think the Giants should tread lightly when it comes to that, because I think it could really be in poor taste. But as a Giants fan, I would 100% gladly accept any A's fans into our fan base. Absolutely. But that's their decision. That's their choice. Not anything I would ever push on anyone. You know what I mean? We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Let's stop the A's from leaving Oakland. Absolutely. Hopefully. I still think there's a good chance. Still think there's a good chance. Here's another photo with my brother back in the day. He was too small, so I had to like pick him up so we could get a picture with the Bay Bridge. It's my guy, man. It's my guy. That's my guy. And then this is a fun one too. This is a fun one. Me and my other brother at Dodger Stadium, gooned up. You know what I mean? I wasn't going out. Whenever I finally do a Giants versus Dodgers in LA video, this is how I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? The A's fans from the Ricky Henderson days, baseball has slowly died for me. I feel it, bro. I feel it. I would be the same way. Any more Candlestick stories coming? Really enjoyed those on-location shoots. Still miss the stick. I mean, if I can find good stories to tell or things that I missed, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Candlestick is like, for something that was like torn down and doesn't exist, it's an everyday facet of my life. I'm the same way. If the A's do leave, I'm done with all major organized sports aside from the Roots. Only because I'm an owner. Yeah. Speaking of, I missed the Roots opening game. I couldn't make it. It would have been fun. I hope I can make it to a game since I am a partial owner as well. Going to Giants versus Dodgers game here. I don't know. I try to avoid that game, but I don't know. I guess I'm down. Like I'm telling you, I hate crowds. And so I avoid the big games a lot of times. But this game in LA was we went to 2 games this series, me and my brother. This was 2012, and I want to say, so we went to 2 games in San Diego, the series before this or 2 before this, but it was on the same trip. Went to 2 games in San Diego. I think we swept the Padres and tied first place. And then right here, we swept the Dodgers and took first place and never looked back and won the World Series. So this was a very fun week right here. But I don't go out. That's my point. Anyone give you trouble at Dodger Stadium? Hope not. I mean, a little bit, but I don't, it doesn't bother me. I don't get flustered. I don't get bothered. I know how to fight if I need to. But I'm not trying to fight. I'm not aggressive. I'm not mean. I try to have fun. I'm having a good time. I think this game, I want to say it was this game. There was a dude sitting next to me. He was like OG East LA. He looked like Cheech, right? Old LA Dodgers hat, like the type of fan I love. Me and him were going back and forth the whole game, and he's right here. He's like seat over, and we're just riffing each other the whole game. And after the game, we shook hands. We were like, "Man, that was fun. That was fun." Right? So I'm not aggressive. I'm not trying to start trouble. I'm trying to have fun. I enjoy baseball. I enjoy sports, but it's not, it's not me. The only time I get irritated is when someone tries to make it personal based on the sports. Like if you saw me like this and you're like, F the Giants, whatever, blah, blah, I'll just laugh it off. Like, yeah. You're supposed to say that. As a Dodgers fan, you're supposed to say that, right? But then if they make it about me, that's when I'm like, whoa, hold on. That's when it gets to me. So not this trip, but I did a video. I did a video at a Padres game many, many years ago. And that game, we almost got into it. There was a guy. He actually kind of looked like Tim Lincecum. And after the game, me and my brother were taking pictures. We're still filming and stuff. We're taking pictures. We're in left field, and I think I was filming myself with my camera, my phone or something. I'm walking up the steps. I get up the steps. There's a bathroom across the way, and I turn and look at my brother to tell him like, "Hey, I'm gonna run to the bathroom," and he looks all mad. He's like, you know, and I'm like, "What? Like, what happened?" And he's like, "That guy over there," and he pointed at a guy. He looked like Tim Lincecum kind of. He pointed at that guy and was like, "Oh, he was like saying something." I'm trying not to. If you guys don't notice, I cuss a lot, but I try not to cuss on my channel. So I'm trying to tell the story without cussing. He said like, "Oh, he was, talking trash about us," but I didn't hear it because I'm just like in my own world filming, right? So I'm like, "That guy right there?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Should I talk to him?" And my brother's like, "Nah," because he knows how I get. But I was like, "No, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him." So I walked over to him. And I was like, "What's up, man? What's going on?" And he's like, "What's up?" Like acting all weird, playing coy. And I was like, "Did you have something to say?" And he was like, "What are you talking about?" Like playing dumb, right? And I was like, "Hey, man, just say it. Say it to our face if you're gonna say it." But I was like, "We're here for baseball." Like, something along those lines. I don't remember verbatim. This is years ago. But I was like, "Keep it baseball. Watch what you say." And as that's happening, an usher, it's not even a security guard, but like an usher walks up to us. I think he's trying to shoo us out, right? He walks up to us and he's like, kind of hears that there's something going on. Now all of a sudden, Tim Lincecum gets bold. And now he starts like chirping back. I'm like, all right, the usher shows up. Now you're you. I see what's going on here. So I told him, I was like, "Hey, we're leaving out of this exit right here. If you're trying to leave, we're trying to leave too." And then he like, deflected. And I'm like, "Just watch what you say, man. We're here for baseball. We're here to have a good time." Yeah, and that was it. We walked out of the exit. Never saw him again. But look, that was years ago too. I was way more aggressive than I am now. I never ever want to fight. I never want to be aggressive. I want to be a big old softy. All right. I want to watch baseball, eat ice cream, and giggle like a child. Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to joke and laugh. Wait, what? See, oh, wow. There's stuff going on. Sorry, I missed all this. But yeah, I want to have fun. I'm not trying to fight. So if there's that kind of aggressiveness and stuff, I'm good at like stamping it out and moving on. Battle of the Bay games, that would be greatly missed. Absolutely. Perfecto, what's up, man? Russell Wilson to the Steelers. Wow. I saw that they were hinting at that, but I didn't expect them to do it. I guess Pickett wasn't the guy. Marie, what's up? That's wild. Russell Wilson to the Steelers. Steelers are gonna suck. But yeah, FanFest was awesome, man. I appreciate anyone that said anything to me. Here's another thing too, another lesson. Just since I'm being vulnerable right now about my issues. I used to get really irritated filming. Mostly because I'm just like insecure, right? Like I don't like people watching me. It still bothers me if I'm trying to film something and there's like someone standing there just like staring at me like, what's he doing? Right? It's like, mind your own business, right? I get irritated. I have no reason to get irritated, right? I have no authority over what people are doing in public. I am not the main character, right? If I go film something in public, I can't expect everyone to just like fall back and let me do my thing. I have to deal with it. I've gotten better and better over the years because I don't want to be that guy, right? And yesterday I was filming something and someone kind of like wasn't paying attention and kind of just like walked right in front of my camera a little bit. And I started to feel it bubble up. I started to feel a little like, right? A little bit, not huge, but a little bit. And you know what happened? You know what happened? The guy turned around and said, "Hey, I love your videos." And here I am, getting irritated that someone in public is in public behaving like anyone in public does. Because I want to make some stupid video. You know what I mean? So that's a moment. That's a learning lesson to be better and not get irritated. And I feel that's kind of like the universe, like flicking my ear, you know? You stupid idiot. Yeah. Gonna go any Oakland Ballers games? Yes, I plan to. And I plan to go to Roots and Soul games as well. I would like to do Bay FC as well. I would like to get Snell as well. Do you ever get someone to say, "Don't film me in public places"? I can't remember. Let me think. I'm really good at not filming people. Actually to a fault, because sometimes I miss things because I'm like, oh, I don't know if they want to be filmed and they're near, whatever. Like, I'm really good at not filming people. Because, like, honestly, like, when I film, say, a historic location or something like that, I actually don't want anyone in the video. I want it to be as empty as possible. So because of that, I don't really just film people. So I can't remember anyone ever getting mad. And there's been times where, like, in Dallas, me and my brother were at the Reunion Tower. We did an episode at the Reunion Tower. And there was a little kid. And they had these, like, video boards where you can control the lights on the tower. Super cool. And there was a little kid who came up to us, and she was, like, super cute and just, like, trying to tell us how it works and stuff. So I asked her parents. I was like, "Hey, is it cool if I, like, film a little bit and for the video? Because this is super cute." And they were cool with it, and I gave them my card and everything like that. So I'm usually pretty good at not just, like, shoving a camera in people's faces or whatever. There's been other times where a kid just got in the shot or whatever, and if their parents are there, I'll just ask them, like, "Hey, is it cool? You know, your kid was in the video. Is that all right?" And I'll tell them what my channel is and stuff, because, yeah, I don't want anyone to get upset like that. That would be super awkward. What's up, man? We talked about Eric Armstead a little earlier. I'm bummed. I'm definitely bummed. Great dude. Gonna miss him. He was a culture builder for the Niners. And it kind of came out of the blue. I did not expect that. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. I've been busy. I don't know. But sucks. Sucks. But yes, FanFest was awesome. Video will be out soon. I got to do things I never got to do before at the ballpark. I think I've pretty much seen everything at the ballpark now. I've been, like, in everything. But show and tell, I want to show you guys. I have 2 of these to show. I'm only going to show 1 because I got to space them out. But you guys know I've been getting the models. And I got a special one. This one actually perfect shape. None of the lights are broken. This one is Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. Perfect condition. I got this for super cheap. What's really cool about Forbes Field is there's a portion of the wall. It's still there in Pittsburgh with, like, a plaque. So you can go up and run up and jump on this wall and try to rob a home run still to this day. Really cool facade. Definitely fits that era. I'm happy with this one. I got another special one to show you guys next week, but I'm going to space it out. I can't show it all at once, but I'm just really excited about this one because it's in such good shape. Like, to find it with all the lights still intact is crazy. So, yeah, I'm really excited about this one. And it was super cheap. Super cheap. If you missed it last week, I got these mini ones too with, like, the polo grounds. I've been showing these every week if you guys haven't seen them. That's why I wanted to show them. But, yeah, Forbes Field, man. How cool. I think I might have a Pirates hat with Forbes Field. No. No, it has Three Rivers Stadium patch on it, not Forbes Field. But yeah, that was actually before Three Rivers Stadium even, so it goes way, way back. No, it's all good. It's all good, City Boys. I don't expect anyone to watch this whole thing. I'm just rambling. Thoughts on Giants cutting J.D. Davis? Did we cut him? I know there's been talk about it. He got put on waivers, right? So he's not cut yet. We'll see what happens. We have a lot of talent. I love JD Davis, but we have a lot of talent. There's kind of a logjam at certain positions, so, and I feel like he hasn't. I had high hopes for him, and he, it hasn't panned out that well. But who knows? Dude, you have the Niners candlestick. I keep bidding on it, but I'm like losing the auction. I know they did a candlestick Niners and baseball configuration. Danbury Mint. I'm trying to get them. I don't have the candlestick ones. I think I showed this a couple weeks ago. I got Jack Murphy Stadium, Qualcomm, home of the Padres and the Chargers. This one's in pretty good shape too. This is a smaller one, but really detailed, really cool. We did a couple videos here, and now it doesn't exist. It's crazy. And this one's actually missing some lights, unfortunately. It's just one light. But this is Shibe Park, where the Philadelphia Athletics played. It's just got the iconic, I forgot what you call it, like kind of a dome thing in the front. There's still a lot. They use this in a lot of like A's artwork around the Coliseum and stuff. Yeah, I got a bunch of other ones I've been showing over the week. We got Chapman. See, Gabe, you can watch some Giants games. Rotunda. Is that the right word? I think you're right. A rotunda is like when it's a dome, but it's got spines or something, right? Because like Istanbul, that was a dome because it didn't have the spines. I don't know. Anything else I wanted to show off before I'll tell you some Istanbul stories. I got some other fun pictures I want to show, I think. Oh, this... Did you guys... how many of you haven't watched this video? Probably everybody. Like this. I did 2 games at Citi Field, but I just wanted to show this because that's the where'd it go? So Citi Field, they redid the facade of Ebbets Field. So I have the little Ebbets Field model here. So they redid the facade of Ebbets Field, which is super cool. Which is where the Brooklyn Trolley Dodgers, those stinky kids down the block, where they used to play. And that inside part that's open was the Jackie Robinson Rotunda. That's what made me think of it. And then right to the right, when you go in, was the Mets Hall of Fame, which was awesome. So if you ever go to Citi Field, man, this is cool. And I did do this video years ago. If you ever feel like going back and watching it, that was a fun time. Let's see. Let's hope Solar, gets us that much needed power, man. I really hope it works out. X somehow found the candlestick dammer on eBay for $50. Ah, dude, they're like 300 every time I follow them or every time I find them, like in good condition. So show off my hat with the Candlestick Park. You know how it goes. I got the pick at the stick Navarro Bowman pin from Stark Express. Shout out. Got the Giants pin. It's so hard doing this in the camera. Giants pin from Bay Area Pins. Any other pins? Oh, I'm from Redwood City, so I got the Redwood City R. And Hella Faithful from Bay Area Pins also. Yeah. And did you ever hear the history of the Dodgers building their stadium in LA? Oh, man. Oh, Ruben. Oh, that was a major topic of discussion every time I've gone to a game in LA. Oh, I love to bring that up in LA and tell them, like, hey, what about all those displaced families? That's one of my go-tos in LA. Like I said, when I trash talk, it's trying to be funny and fun, right? I'm trying to have a good time. So I've brought that up in LA a lot. That's one of my go-tos. Like because I went before and then after they did like their $2 billion renovations to Dodger Stadium. By the way, I love Dodger Stadium. I love it. But I went after, and I was messing with some guys. Like, yeah, it's a great stadium. Too bad about those families though. But man, I know from digging through history, you're always gonna stumble on some shady stuff, man. And it sucks. Really sucks. It's like nothing cool in history, nothing in history in general. Do you ever go back and learn the story of how it came about? And it's a heartwarming story. Nah, it's not. Never is. I talk about that in an upcoming video too. I really talk about that, about the gold rush. I do have some gold rush Wild West stuff coming soon. I've been editing like all this week, so hopefully soon. Yeah. Oh no. No, if those Dodgers fans sitting around me don't know that story, they're gonna hear it. All right, let me talk a little bit about Istanbul. You guys can still throw sports questions and things like that, and I'll get to them in between. A great friend of mine told me his dad became a Giants fan because of what happened by building Dodger Stadium. Yeah, see? His dad became a super Giants fan and became a super Dodgers fan. Ugh. Jerry Jones did the same thing in Arlington. Did he? I actually don't know about that. For the new stadium, you know what's funny too? This is like one of those like brain fart moments. Like when I said game 1 instead of game 3 in the candlestick video. I didn't realize for the longest time that Jerry's World, AT&T Stadium, whatever, I didn't realize it was made to look like the old Texas Stadium. I didn't realize that for years. How dumb is that? What's up, Mitchell? I talk to Dodgers fans about that history, and they always get mad at me. Keep bringing it up. Keep doing your job. we all have to keep bringing it up. Friend is a Dodgers fan, but he's also a Giants fan. That doesn't seem right. So yeah, Istanbul. I'm glad they're a great friend, but there's some red flags there you need to look into. Double check, double check their background. They might be lying to you. So the biggest thing I wanted to see in Istanbul was the Basilica Cistern. Okay? That's what I was excited about. I had a whole video planned. I knew jokes I was going to make. I knew shots I wanted to get, right? I knew all this stuff, and I get there, darn thing's closed. Darn thing's closed. That's the Basilica Cistern. I've had a weird kind of just affinity for this place for many years, so I was so excited to check it out. It was a cistern that was basically sealed off and forgotten about for like 500 years. A cistern, by the way, is like an underground water storage. So they used to store water in here that they would use at the nearby palace, the Topkapi Palace, I believe it's called. And this was sealed shut. I think the Ottoman Empire sealed this shut for like 500 years. And people forgot about it, and it was like rediscovered. They film movies in here. Like it's incredible spot, right? So this is what I was excited about. This is like the number one thing. I was like, man, heck yeah. Basilica Cistern. I've always wanted to see this. Your boy walks up to the door and there's a big sign on it. It says closed for renovations for like 2 years. I'm halfway around the world, folks. I'm halfway around the world. And the thing I want to see most is closed. Now, should I have checked the website? Maybe. But what type of place do you see? What historical attraction or landmark do you see that's just closed for 2 years? I didn't even think to check. Didn't even think. I think whenever I mention happened in Mexico and LA, they either say I don't care or they just get mad. They're deflecting. Those A stadium drafts are ugly. Yeah, dude, it's terrible. It's terrible. I like when people try new things, but you know, no, especially because we know it would never end up looking like that, right? Like it's so stupid, so stupid. Um, yeah, those renderings are awful. Sorry, got a text. Let's see. What I always get to know my friends very well. All right, good, good. Part of Arlington used to be a whole neighborhood. Then Jerry bought every house and leveled the whole neighborhood. Dude, I didn't know that. Ooh, thank you for telling me that. Because when I finally go to a game there, I've been outside of it, never gone to a game there. When I finally get to go to a game there, oh, that's going to be a topic of discussion. I promise you. I promise you, we will talk about that, me and the fans around me. I'm going to, in the video I eventually do, that will also be part of that as well. Thank you for telling me that. I needed to know that. I was going to try to show you guys a picture too. Is it not here? I'm trying to find a picture of us outside of it. It's not in this folder. Why would it be in the Dallas folder? Why would it? I got this picture. Here's a funny story about this picture. This is at Globe Life Park. It was about 35 degrees in this photo. So my brother's dying. You see his nose is all red. The funny thing about this photo is this is actually two photos put together, split down the middle. Because we took two photos. I looked stupid in one and he looked stupid in the other. So we combined them. We both kind of look stupid anyways, but you know, it was even worse. But that's before they moved to the new ballpark. Yeah. Oh, God, thanks for telling me that, man. That makes me happy. Really cool Istanbul video. Thank you. I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised. Yeah. These billionaires are either ruining cities or ruining their fan base, for sure. All right, so I try to go to Basilica Cistern. It's closed. Not only that, but a storm comes in. So if you watch the Istanbul video, you'll see that it's very overcast. It was super cold. It's probably like 45 degrees, 40, yeah, around there. Very cold. It was raining off and on. Luckily, that part of the day didn't really rain. But yeah, so all the things I wanted to film besides Basilica Cistern were outdoors. Right? So we couldn't do it. Didn't want to fly the drone, right? I got the drone shots the day before when it was still nice out. And then it was storming. So I wanted to do the Topkapi Palace, which is right next door to the Hagia Sophia. But it's all like outdoors. There's gardens and stuff. Like you don't want to film gardens and stuff when it's pouring rain. You know what I mean? So yeah, that really put a damper on a lot of my plans. So look, this is the day before. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. I'll just illustrate. This is the day before. There's some clouds in the sky, but gorgeous, perfect weather. And if you don't know, this is at the Golden Horn of Istanbul, which is where the Golden Gate got its name from. So the Golden Gate, which explorer was it? Dianza? I forgot the explorer now. No, it was Portola, Dianza, one of them. When they first saw the bay and they marked it on a map, they said it reminds them of the Golden Horn in Istanbul. And that's one of the reasons that we call the entrance to the San Francisco Bay Area the Golden Gate. So the Golden Gate is actually the opening to the bay. It's not the bridge. The bridge is named after the opening in the bay. The Golden Horn is gorgeous. It was awesome. And then the next day, it just starts storming, right? So the first day, I'm like being a tourist, right? So goes from that to this. Ugly, wet, stray dogs going wild, right? It was still awesome, though. It was still awesome, but I wasn't able to film everything I wanted to film. Really a bummer. Bobby Wagner, Aziz. Bobby Wagner's got too much baggage, especially with us. Yeah, no. Never the Cowboys year. That's right. Yeah, so it started storming, so that put a damper on the things I was planning on filming. And I was only there for 3 days or whatever. And then, so I'll show you guys, just to kind of promote a little bit. I have Patreon and members only, and I did do a video at my number two behind the Basilica Cistern was the Galata Tower. And I'll show you. I got some Galata Tower stuff. I did get to do a video here, but it's just a members only VIP. If you join on the channel, it's like a few bucks a month. I think you get access to all these other like bonus episodes and videos. Some of the videos I can't put out for specific reasons. I can't put them out publicly. Some of the stuff is just extras that didn't fit into the full videos. For example, Arco Arena video, I have an hour of bonus footage up on members only. I have a bunch of extra footage from Byron Hotel of when us talking about and sort of the moment that the guy ran up on us with his pistol out. Just stuff I don't want to put out publicly is there as well. So I did a members only video just because it was raining, it was storming. I couldn't drone the tower. Like, how you can't do a video about a tower and not drone it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's the Galata Tower behind me. That was my number 2 thing I wanted to see. And it was awesome. It's an old tower from like, dang it, it's been so long I can't remember. Like, it was built in the 400s, I think. Something like that. 400s, I want to say. Yeah. There's on top of the tower. So I will have a full, not a full video. I have a members only video in this tower, going up the tower, and some other extra stuff from this. And I also already put up, I haven't put this one up yet, but I do have one that I'm going to put up, or that I already put up with extras from the Hagia Sophia and the day before in Istanbul. I filmed a bunch of extra stuff as well. It's just stuff that doesn't fit into a video, just vlogging kind of stuff. But yeah, it was a cool experience. Galata Tower was awesome. I got a little mini Galata Tower right here. A little souvenir. So yeah, it was cool. And I'll tell you guys about the gritty part of Istanbul. No, this was before. I filmed this a while back. I went to Istanbul like a year and a half ago. Finished psychology homework. All right, Natalie. See your new drone footage of SF. More, please. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Actually, thanks for bringing that up. I can do some more. This is the commercial segment of the live stream. I forgot to even show you. It's right here to show you guys. My new drone. Okay? As a condition, I think I told you guys this last week, as a condition of buying this new drone, I'm making myself use it more than I normally do. I went on a test flight, got some awesome shots on my first test flight, and literally 20 minutes later, I uploaded these test shots to my Etsy shop. So yeah, I got 2 shots. I got Coit Tower with the new Ferris wheel at Fisherman's Wharf, at previously at Golden Gate Park. I took this shot, and then And I got this one, the Coit Tower. The Coit Tower sounds weird. Just Coit Tower and Alcatraz. Yeah, so I'm literally just gonna flood Etsy with cool prints and hope that people enjoy them. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to fly this. I literally did this at work too. I just took a break from work. I went across the street, put the drone in the air, and I work not too far from Coit Tower, so I just put it up, got some shots, and literally brought it down, uploaded it. I did some light editing to the raw images, threw it up on Etsy. So I'm gonna try to do that more and try to get cool shots, especially of stadiums and stuff. Yeah, I thought that was fun. I do have some other cool stuff, like anyone from San Diego. I got a cool drone shot of Jack Murphy, before it was gone. This is always a fan favorite, the Oakland Coliseum. So if you want some cool wall art, all original, taken by me, right? You know the artist. This is one of my favorite shots too. I took this at Candlestick, the last game at Candlestick Park. I took that shot walking down to the game. So yeah, I always like this. So yeah, if you like these, if you want to decorate your place, consider checking out the Variety Show Etsy shop. Yeah, new drone. It came with the new RC controller, newer, which I didn't have before. I had to connect my phone, so this is nice to not have to worry about connecting my phone now. It's got the screen built in, so I can really pop this bad boy up. And I'm really just gonna like bring it a lot of different places. I'm gonna bring it a lot of different places and just try to get cool shots to just put more stuff up on Etsy. And yeah, I did a little like montage of some video I took too that's on Instagram that was really fun. I was doing my statistics homework while listening to Dylan. He has the perfect ambiance, voice, and vibe. Really? That's good to know. I'll do ASMR. The drone's awesome. It's the Mavic 3 Pro, by the way. So yeah, it's gonna get a lot of use. What's up, Libu? What's up, man? Shout out Bevmo Willow Glen. Me and him worked there years ago. Made me the man I am today. You should take a picture of the San Francisco Bridge at night. Oh, trust me. Trust me, I will. Trust me, I will. I just haven't had a night yet. I've been working every night other than tonight. So if your drone, you have to register with the FAA. So you don't have to register it right away unless you're going to do like commercial work, I think is the thing right now. I might try to get I think it's the Part 107 to do commercial work. It's a whole thing, but they keep it. The guidelines change all the time. Like it's so annoying to keep up with. So I try to just like follow the basic rules. There's a lot of like no fly zones, so I try not to pop it up there. And the thing is with San Francisco, or any city really, like there could be a lot of like helicopters or low flying planes. So actually when I took those shots, I had to wait a little bit because a low flying like little propeller plane went over and I didn't want it to be anywhere near. So I waited that out. What's cool about these drones now, they'll warn you if there's another aircraft in the area, which is really cool. So like you'll be up and it'll be like manned aircraft detected nearby or whatever. And so you can bring the drone back down and just make sure that you're being safe. It set me back about $3,000. No, it's a process and sometimes it depends on the weight of it. Yeah, I do have a smaller one too that's under the weight limit, but for this one, like it's way more limited. But I'll be able to use it a lot still. Usually you can get by as long as it's not like an event. You don't want to drone in an event. You don't want to drone near an airport. And typically they'll prevent you from droning near an airport. You have to get clearance, which you can submit on the app. I do have a video near SFO that I would like to drone. So I'm thinking about calling them and seeing if they'll authorize it. It's not in the flight paths, but it's close enough where I should try to get clearance. It's a cool little story, not too far from SFO I want to do a video on. It does not come with missiles. It has a laser cannon though. You can upgrade for the missiles. Bring it to a Roots game because the stadium's on top of the hill, so you can double that golden hour shots to the bay. Yeah, that'd be cool. And the thing is, like, depending on, I might be able to get some far shots of that event. I can't fly it over the event, but I can get some far shots, which would be cool. Yeah, so I found out a park ranger told me with the national parks. Well, the bigger national parks, yeah, there's no way to do it. But some national park sites that are smaller, you can actually take it off outside of the national park site and fly it over. You don't want to do that though if it's like a protected habitat or if there's like, eagles or anything like that. But if it's just a national park site and you're able to take off outside of it, you're allowed to do that. It gets tricky. You like the changing colors mic? Thank you. It's a newer mic. It looks cooler in person. It kind of blows it out in the video. Yeah, so back to Istanbul, man. Like, if anyone ever goes, I'm trying to think of how to say this properly because I don't want it to sound like I'm hating. When you're in the main parts of Istanbul, the tourist centers, like the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque, Galata Tower, there's some shopping districts, the bazaar, any of those places, it preys on tourists. It is shocking. I'll put it that way. It is shocking the way that they go after tourists. And what I mean by that is, I'll tell you how it went with me. I'm walking down some little street. That was super cool. There was a couple times where I just wandered down these little streets. Like, it was so cool. But there was this one shop not too far from the Hagia Sophia, like a little corner shop, right? Really cute little shop. Weird, like fresh off the plane, right? So I walk in. There's a whole wall of spices, different colors, different textures. There's a whole nother wall of Turkish delights, which are like these candied, I don't even know. It's like these big pieces of candy type things. And they have all different flavors. Like a whole wall of Turkish delights, whole wall of spices, a whole wall of carpets, beautiful carpets, right? So I walk in, beautiful little shop too, like maintained, beautiful, clean, and the guy, super nice. He's like, "Oh, come on in, welcome in, blah, blah, blah." And then he points into the corner, and in the corner, there's like what do you call it, a loom with like a rug that's like partially finished. So it's like a work in progress rug. And he says like, "Oh yeah, my mother-in-law," and everyone speaks English, almost everyone. So he's like, "My mother-in-law is working on that one. Let me move it for you." Something like that, right? Which kind of set off my spidey sense a little bit. And the whole time they won't leave you alone. They're like, "You want to try this one? You want to try this?" Blah, blah, blah. Like hustling, right? Which I don't mind. If you got to hustle. Beautiful shop. I wanted to try a Turkish delight. So I was like, "Hey, I'll come back. I really like the shop. I'll come back." Leave. Bro. Every block has that same exact shop. Every block has the same shop. Okay? I went into the first one I saw, which is actually my favorite. I got lucky. I went into like the coolest one, but the same shop, the same spiel, the same everything. So I realized, I looked at some rugs because they're always trying to sell rugs. I realized that unfinished carpet rug, it's eternally unfinished. So they put that there and say, "Oh yeah, my mother-in-law is working on this one," so that you think oh, these are like home, like family owned. Like, wow, I want to buy a rug from this guy. You know, this guy's mother-in-law. How authentic. But if you look close, if you're really tuned in, some of these shops, if you see the back rooms or you see some of these areas, there's so many rugs. They're obviously mass produced, but they put that there as a story so that you're like, oh, I want to buy this authentic homemade rug. And you start to see a lot of that. You start to really get in tune with a lot of that. It is very, very interesting. So because of that, you have to kind of look out for everything they tell you, everything they say. And this is not about Turkish people. This is just about the people that have these businesses that are for the tourists. I haven't seen Dune 2 yet. Soon. Would you say if someone made a bobblehead of you? I don't know. I don't know what I would say. So here's the thing. I'm savvy enough. I started to notice these things, noticing the things they were telling me and all this and that. And this is what they do also. If they see a tourist, like there's a big square in front of the Blue Mosque in the Hagia Sophia. If they see a tourist kind of looking lost or looking at their phone or like trying to find something, they will come up and pretend to be a friend. They will be like, oh, what are you looking for? I'll help. Yeah. And what they're doing is trying to draw you into their shop. So this happened right after that as well. So they're like, oh yeah, just come to my shop and I'll show you. It's right by my shop. So you're going to have to get used to being like, I'm not interested. Thanks though. And they will follow you, trying to convince you to go to their shop. So here's what I did. All right. There's public restrooms, but all the public restrooms cost money. You have to have like public transportation, like card that they have, right? Or coins. I didn't have coins. I didn't have a card. So I'm like, dang, I got to try to figure out where to buy this card so I can use a bathroom. And they would sell them at like these little kiosks. And there was a guy who was like, oh, I'll show you, right? So I'm just like playing dumb because I'm hoping that he'll show me. I'm like, oh yeah, where do I get it? Whatever, because I didn't know where the kiosk was. He brings me over there and he's like, what are you getting it for? Whatever. I'm like, bro, I just need the bathroom, so I just need to buy one of these Metro card things so I can use the restroom. And he's like, oh, come to my shop. You can use my restroom. So I play dumb tourist. He brings me into his shop. He lets me use his restroom. He serves me apple tea. Really, really good stuff. Serves me apple tea. Presents all these carpets. And I'm just playing dumb like I'm trying to buy a carpet. And then eventually I was like, man, yeah, before I leave, I'll come back. And I want to, if I want to get one of these carpets, I really like that one. That one's really cool. And it's so funny because then once you flip that switch, they're so cold. They're not like mean, but they're just cold. They're just no longer trying to serve you apple tea and all that. But I got to use the restroom. Now that was really what meant the most, Yeah, man, you got to pay to pee. It's crazy. And then after the Galata Tower, I went up to that. I'm walking back down to this like main street. There's this really cool street with all these shops, and then like a little tiny square at the end of it, and then another big street. And I'm going there to get an Uber, right? Actually, let me tell you about the Ubers first. They have Ubers, so you use the Uber app, but it's really tied to the taxis out there. And you know how taxi drivers can be. They've been the same for 80 years, right? So for whatever reason, they're always trying to get over. So they're like constantly canceling. Like you'll order an Uber and they'll see where you're going and they just cancel it. They'll message you to be like, where are you going? Like, so it took me like 5 tries to get an Uber to go from near the Hagia Sophia to the Galata Tower. They would like text me, where are you going? I'd be like, Galata Tower, and then trip canceled. Constantly. Another guy and other people would show up and be like, want cash. Instead of going through the app, they want cash. So what happened is one of the 5 to get to the Galata Tower, he shows up. So I'm like, dang, finally a car shows up. Get in the car. I'm like, and he's like, where are you going? Galata Tower. He's like, oh no, unless like with cash, something like that, right? I'm like, no, I don't. We're doing it through the app. And here's the thing. I understand if Uber's like screwing them over or whatever like that. I totally understand. But be real with me, and I'll tip. I tip well. Like, I'm not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty generous. So I'm like, yeah, I could hook someone up. But if you're forcing me and being rude about it, like, no, cancel the trip and we'll do it cash for this much. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, no. Like, we're going to follow the rules to a point, and then I'll take care of you. But I wasn't going to just be bullied into getting off the app, especially when the app provides you certain protections, right? Because, like, if I cancel the trip, I'm in the stranger's car. Now he's taking me to the wrong side of the city and then is like, oh, pay me double to get back to where I was trying to go, right? Like, that's not cool. So, like, no, I'm like, we'll go through the app, but I'll tip well. But so this dude was like, I'm not going unless it's cash. I'm like, nah. I'm like, cool. I get out. I'm like, cool. I'll call someone else. I'll keep waiting, right? It was frustrating because this was the 3rd or 4th Uber I'm waiting for. He starts yelling at me to cancel the trip. And I'm like, no. So you get a cancellation fee? This is your fault. You're the one who wants to cancel, not me. So I'm like, nope, you cancel it. You cancel it. And we're arguing on the side of the road on the Golden Horn of Istanbul, right? I can see the water. The water's across the street. We're arguing. I'm like, no, you cancel it. You cancel it. And I just walk away. And he eventually canceled it. But he waited like 10 minutes. So, yeah, you got to really watch out with this stuff. And you have to, like, if you travel internationally with these kinds of... A lot of places have the same kind of, like, situations going on. I mean, even the United States has, stuff like this that can befall tourists. You just have to, like, stand your ground. Just don't go out. Because what a lot of them bank on, like, the people at the shops that are selling spices and mass-produced Turkish delights and rugs, trying to act like it's a family, their families in the back making this stuff, they're banking on tourists that it's too uncomfortable to, like, say no or push back. So they'll just, like, reluctantly buy stuff because they're being bullied into it or, like, pressured into it. You just have to stand your ground and be like, nah. Sorry, like, appreciate you. Because, like, I would be super nice. Like, people like, hey, buddy, what's going on? I'd be like, what's up, man? How you doing? Like, beautiful day, whatever, blah, blah. And then as soon as they're like, you want to check out this shop, whatever, I'd be like, nah, I'm cool. And then they'd be, like, kind of rude. I'd be like, bro, no offense to you, but no. It's wild. It's wild, So... I'm letting you hate when you try something like, yeah, man, like, this is the thing. Here's another scam that I ran into. The good thing is I'm savvy enough to not get got, right? I've gotten got by scams years ago when I was really young, but now I'm a tough kid. Leaving the Galata Tower, walking through this little square, this guy walks past me, right in front of me. And he has, like, a bucket with brushes and, like, a step stool. And he has it, like, over his shoulder. And he drops a brush, like a big old brush. And this guy's a shoe cleaner. So he goes around, like, offering to clean people's shoes, right? So he walks right in front of me, drops his big brush, big wooden brush. So I'm like, hey, man, hey, your brush. And then... he comes up to me. He's like, oh, thank you. And he, like, shakes my hand. Like, where are you from? I was like, San Francisco. He's like, oh, let me clean your shoes. Like, let me clean. Basically making it seem like he wants to clean my shoes out of a thank you for being kind enough to point out that he dropped his brush, right? And I'm immediately like, nope. I'm good. After pushing back for a moment, he completely just shuts off. We're no longer, 18 seconds previously, it's like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, where are you from? And now it's like, I'm out. As soon as he knew that I wasn't going for it, he was out. 15 seconds later. 15 seconds later, if that. It might have been shorter. I just didn't even want to say shorter because that seems too incredible. He walks past another group and his brush falls. Same exact thing. So that's his game. So now how does that work? He will say, "Oh, thank you. Let me clean your shoes." And then when he does it, he will pressure you like, this is however much money. He'll say some crazy number. And then if you say no, he'll either pressure you, make you feel bad. Maybe other people in the square that are in on this kind of scam, this kind of con, they will surround you or they'll try to bully you. So yeah, you gotta watch out for those things. And I'll tell you, like I actually didn't watch before I went, but after I watched some videos about Istanbul and like some of the scams, and they showed some of these same ones and some other ones I didn't encounter. And it really sucks because those kinds of people are not indicative of the Turkish people, right? Like there's awesome people there, just like there is anywhere. But when the tourists just encounter this over and over again, some tourists being bullied into buying a $100 rug that they don't need or want, it puts a damper on the whole thing, and it makes people not want to return. So I want to go back because I want to see Basilica Cistern, but I'm not looking forward to having to deal with all that. And especially I feel somewhat capable of handling that. Other people they're not, right? So why would they ever want to go back to just get bullied into buying, a big candy thing they're not going to eat? So I wish these people would realize that if you just treat people well and give them a good experience, it pays dividends down the road instead of just getting that quick buck because you bullied someone or kind of tricked them into buying something. But it's a world famous place with tons of tourists, so like they have a constant, they're just churning through tourists, so it doesn't really matter to them. But yeah, it was a little wild, Bahamas and Jamaica, they got the same kind of thing. I mean, it's a lot of, any touristy place has these same kind of scams all over the world. San Francisco has stuff like that too. Not to that level. It's in different ways, but there's definitely stuff like that. But the thing is, like, traveling in the United States, you can encounter stuff like that, but it's not overwhelming. When you go to Istanbul, it's overwhelming. You cannot walk 15 feet without someone trying to sell you something or find a reason to bring you to their shop, like offer you something, as a way to try to get you into their shop or to feel pressured into buying something. It really kind of puts a damper on the whole experience. And I could definitely see how some people would never want to go back. And that's a shame because it is beautiful. There's a lot of amazing history to see. And when you just, you're just predatory towards tourists, it's not cool, What was also crazy was like outside of the Hagia Sophia, because it's such a world famous landmark, they have like these mobile police units, and they have one parked to the side of the Hagia Sophia that's like, it's like an RV, but it's like a police RV. And there was always like a couple officers with like, I think it was like AR-15 type guns. I didn't look at them close, but basically like big rifles. And they would have them strapped to their chest, right? So there's like armed guards everywhere. Man, one day I saw this one police officer. She looked like she was in her early 20s. And she was messing with her rifle that was strapped to her chest, like messing with the straps or something. I don't remember what it was. She was like messing with it, and she kept bringing the rifle up like this, like while she's messing with it. The rifle was pointing directly at a family of tourists who didn't even notice. Well, that's wild. That's wild. Like, if you know anything, the first thing about gun safety is never point the barrel at anything that you don't want to destroy. And this lady was just, and I'm not saying anything about her being a lady. She just happened to be a lady. I saw terrible cops, all kinds of genders, right? She was just messing with it and pointing the rifle. It's more about just the kind of sloppiness of some places. She was pointing a rifle right at a family. It's like, oh goodness, oh goodness. What was the currency exchange rate? Very favorable. For example, I would get a. Here's another thing that they tried to they kept trying to change the price of like a Monster Energy drink on me. So a Monster Energy drink, like $4 or $5 was like, I forgot what they call their money. It's not lira, right? What is them? Is it the lira? Yeah, the lira. So it's about 3 cents to $1. So yeah, it was like 70 lira for a Monster or something like that. So you'd feel like a big baller, but you really didn't have that much. I'm kind of glad I'm a tall dude, because whenever I go to these places, there's hella cons. I just give them a death stare. Yeah, exactly. That's always a benefit. That's always a benefit. Yeah, $1 over here is like 3 cents over there, or something like that, or the other way around. Like a dollar, but this is now. It might be. I was Let me see. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's the Turkish lira has collapsed. It wasn't that bad. When I went, it was like 5 to 10 cents. Yeah, it was about 5 cents to $1, and now it's like almost down to 2 cents. Obviously, wasn't very experienced with guns. Yeah, man, it was super sloppy. The rust armor mishandling. Yeah, it was crazy, bro. She just pointed a rifle at this family. It wasn't even paying attention. She's like trying to fix the way it was mounted. And you saw in the episode, and it's in the members only episode too, like there's stray dogs and cats everywhere. Which I love cats and dogs, but it's like strays. They're a different beast. You know what I mean? And like if you were just holding a piece of food, there might be a cat that'll see you from 2 miles away that'll just come running. They're vicious. They're vicious. But all in all, I love travel. I love experiences. I wanted to do international episodes, and so even though I was only able to do one full episode because of the storm and all that, it was still really cool, and I plan to do more. I had another one planned right after that, that I wasn't able to do. But I really want to go to Romania. I really want to go to like all the castles. That would be a lot of fun. But yeah. What else? Anything else? Yeah, I got the drone. Got some baseball stuff planned for this year too. I would like to do more. 32 lira for $1. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, and they'll try to change the price on you with stuff, If you go the shop owner or whatever, they'll say it's way more than they would tell someone else. You got to watch out for that. But look, it was a beautiful place. And there's a lot of great people out there. It's just you get overwhelmed with the people preying on tourists. You have to watch out for it. If you just ignore that, try not to let it ruin your time. There's still a lot of fun to be had. Yeah, it was a beautiful place. I definitely want to go back. There's also this like really cool modern tower. Maybe a few years old, 5 years old. I don't remember how old it is. Much more recently built tower. It looks like an alien spaceship, but it was kind of far away, so I never got to get to it. But I could see it, so I saw it from like the Galata Tower. It's in the VIP members only video. I can look at it. It looks like this alien spaceship. It's crazy. So I want to go back. I want to see that. There's like a tourist deck and a restaurant in it. So I want to go see that. And of course, Basilica Cistern, which I think is reopened by now. I think it's open. I would love to see that again. But once I see all the things I want to see, it's like not a place I think I would go back just because of all the tourist scams. It's just tiring, you know. It's just like, all right, just leave me alone. Well, let me just walk through the street without you like trying to pretend to be my friend. Yeah. There's some kids. I remember there's some kids and they saw me with my camera when I went up to Basilica Cistern. Actually, it was right outside of that. It's like these two kids, probably like teenagers, not like young kids, teenagers, maybe early 20s. And they were like, "You a YouTuber or whatever?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know, I don't like when people say that really." So I'm like, I do videos, whatever. And said, "How many subscribers?" That's my least favorite thing. 'Cause like I told you guys, I don't care about subscriber count or anything. So it's kind of like, basically they're wondering, how much should we care about you? You know, as if my value as a person is based on something like that. And I don't even remember what it was at the time or what I said. But then he said something like, "I got 1 million on TikTok," something like that. I'm like, cool. I don't care. Like, cool, you did some funny dances. I don't care. Russell Wilson is now a Steeler. That's wild. He doesn't seem to just, I don't know. I don't see him as a Steeler. I don't know why that is. But my full-time job, I'm a supervisor. I'm in management for, I don't like to say too much, but the hint is for this. If you know what that is. I'm a supervisor. And it's not fun, by the way. I did not want to be a supervisor, but I'm not going to get into that. It's not for me. Steeler country, let's ride. It's gonna be interesting. A lot of faces in different places, man. Eric Armstead, gonna miss you. Next week I got some more goodies to show you guys. I'm gonna try to have the FanFest video out this week. Thanks for reminding me about the Scootero bobblehead. What else? The Commanders would get Wilson. I mean, he would fit because his career's over. Yeah, I don't know if there's any closing thoughts. Nice little 2-hour stream. Thanks you guys for, showing up, chatting, good questions, fun times. I still want to do guests and stuff. It's just every Sunday comes up and I'm just like flustered and a lot going on. But one of these times I'll finally get to set it up and we'll, have some guests. I saw Mac Jones to the Jags. That's crazy. He's going to just back up Trevor Lawrence, I guess. I wonder why. I wonder if they want to try to put pressure on Trevor Lawrence or I don't know. Thanks, Jamie. Appreciate you. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Again, thank you to everybody that has ever said anything to me when you see me at these events or whatever. It means the world to me. And I appreciate it. I'd rather have quality over quantity for sure when it comes to viewers and subscribers. And I hope you guys, buy into the stuff as far as like, the Aya Sophia video. I know, the 49ers stuff or some Giants stuff, A's stuff, whatever it might be, what really draws a lot of people in. But I hope while you're here, just give me the chance, watch some of these other videos, historical places and all that, because they really are my favorite to do. Give it a chance if you can. I try to make it interesting. I try to make it fun. I try to get creative. And we get to learn something. We get to experience different things, together. and you get to see me be less of a knucklehead as I grow and learn. I'm still always going to be a little bit of a knucklehead, but you know what I mean. Baker and Evans staying in the Bucks. Yeah, I saw Evans got an extension. So I then got to support SF Giants hangout. Yeah, I got to be there with the Tuesday. Was it Tuesday Night Baseball Club? Just Discovery Channel last month. Enjoy the videos of his decrepit place in SF. Go Giants and Niners. What's up, Mark? Thank you. I got some cool San Francisco history videos on the way. I still have like 8 videos already filmed. I still got to edit and put out, and I got some San Francisco stuff that I'm trying to do very, very shortly. Some really fun, interesting history that a lot of it's not been touched on really. So it should be a fun time to kind of learn things. I've been the type that people always talk about it. Like when I go around places with people, I'm like constantly pointing things out. Like at FanFest, I kept telling people about like the 3rd Street drawbridge, how it was in James Bond, it was in a Dirty Harry, So that's kind of what my channel is, just pointing cool things out that I think is fun to know, fun to learn. Tuesday Night Baseball Club at the 415. All right, I gotta try to be part of that at some point. Shout out D Honey for the braids. I'm still planning on cutting my hair soon, but I keep putting it off. Yeah, that's it. Go Giants, go Niners. Summer of boycott on the way. Still going to support the Oakland fans. Hopefully I'll be at a Roots game soon. Hopefully I'll be at Oakland Ballers games when the season starts as well at Raimondi Field, Raimondi Park. Appreciate you guys. Vertlife.